Look at this beast. It's Sony A9III. And spoiler alert, this body probably is the best in the Sony lineup. Hey, my name is Rafal, I'm from Poland. My main specialization here is testing, reviewing and first impression about photo video gear related, like you see, for example, A9III. Also, I will try to improve myself here, taking out of my safe zone English creation content. So stay with me if you want to see how things will go. By the way, this body is not mine. It's for testing purpose. I will have it for 80 days and I must return to local store in Poland, Photoforma. If you are looking at discount code in that typical store, you can use it mine, RS5. That will give you 5% for most products in that place. My first impression about A9III is very impressive, but let's start from the handling. I think this grip, this handling is by far the best in Sony lineup. The change that Sony did in the grip, the carving, the everything that was adjusted here is superb. Handling here is very nice, comfortable for my size hand. After handling, I think buttons and dials are even better, for example, from Sony A7 IV or A7R5. Feedback from the buttons, from the dials, I think are improved even more, so I very like it. I think the hinge in the screen is the best by far. I wish that Sony will put that type of hinge screen to every body in the Sony lineup in the future, because I love it. One thing that I don't like it in this body is that type of changing of custom modes in the main dial and speed dial. I prefer that one that is on the exposing compensation. So you press it, lock it, unpress it, unlock it. I don't like it pressing and changing. This is a little bit confusing for me. So maybe in the future we will see that type. Maybe I'm only complaining for that. So let's see what happens in the future. Going inside, the hardware of this body, starting from the sensor, I think it's very impressive. It's probably the first one in the full frame lineup with global shutter sensor. There is no mechanical shutter here, but that electronical shutter with that sensor can do 120 frames per second in RAW. That's mind-blowing here. Also, I think Sony put here everything that they have. For example, this is a second body that have dynamic active stabilization. You can find everything here with AI features. For example, framing, focusing, everything is here. Also, I need to mention one new thing here, new feature. It's like pre-capture. You can pre-capture photos on half press the shutter 1 second before you take actually photo. One downside here, if you are willing to do 120 photos per second, it's buffer limit. I think it's around 200. Of course, video side, we have here a Cinetone, S-Log3, 10-bit, every codec that Sony have in Sony Alpha lineup. Inconvenient thing, one minus here is like base ISO in S-Log3 is 2000, so we need use a ND filter on the start, but I must say I'm thrilled because testing this body is exciting. The new feature, the global sensor, I hope I will have chance to do on some kind of sports movements to show you how there is no banding in rolling shutter, because there is no rolling shutter in this sensor, and I'm curious what you think about this body. Let me know in the comment and see you around.